Hi guys, I'm excited for you to try a new Google application called Google Drawing. It looks a whole lot like Google Docs. The big difference is, I'll tell you in just a second. So first you should have gone to Google Classroom, or you will go to Google Classroom, and you will go to the Classworks part and open up the assignment, and I will have sent the book cover page template, which is this right here, to you. You'll click on it just like you did with your last assignment that we did this way, and when you open it up, it will have your name up here with the book cover page. It will look just like this. The cool thing about Google Drawings is this part right here. This is your template. This is what we're going to be working on. Will download to a JPEG or a digital file for an image, but all this stuff that I have on the side, which is your directions, will not. So the directions are here. You don't have to get a separate piece of paper. You don't have to open up a new tab. You don't need to do any of that. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, so as you can see, I'm not going to read these to you because you can read. There is, you need to include a picture of your book, and don't forget this cannot be a Lit Circles book, and it cannot be the same book you've done for book talks, okay? So a picture of the book, an image that's representative of the book, a book blurb, so that's going to be like what's on the back of a book, except for it needs to be in your words, and then a picture of the author, an author blurb, which is going to be stuff about the author. And then down here it says optional. I'm going to let you play around a little bit. Oh, excuse my email popping into our screen here. Optional things to play with the images and your text boxes to let you make it look super cool. Okay, so I'm going to show you, I'm going to walk you through making one. I'm not going to type a whole bunch of stuff because you'll get the gist. But so the first thing I need to do is find a picture of the book, and I say to go to Amazon. So I've already pulled this up for myself in Amazon. And okay, so there's something that's going to be different for you guys. When I use my desktop computer, I can right click and copy and paste that way. You guys will have to work within the restraints of Chromebooks, but you guys already know how to do that. So you'll have to save things to your drive. When you might have to click on the picture and click save as, and then you would have to save it to your drive, because copying and pasting for some of these things is not going to work. But I'm going to copy the image, then I'm going to go back to my document, and then I'm going to paste the image, and there it is. And I might turn it a little bit, make it look cool. I might make it a little smaller because I'm trying to figure out what to do here in terms of size and such like that. Okay, so then there's images that are representative of the book. So there's one really gross part in this book in which he eats a mouse. So and it always sticks with me because it's really gross. So I'm going to type in mouse here, and I'm going to go to images, and look, it's giving me that mouse. But I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these mice, and I'm going to go again. You will probably have to hit save image as and throw it in your drive. I'm going to go ahead and copy it. Then I'm going to go back to my document, and then I'm going to paste that mousy mouse on here. Okay, so if you could put more than one thing, obviously touching Spirit Bear involves a bear, so you might want to, for me, I might want to have a bear eventually. Okay, then this, you'll get to play with this stuff later, but I would want this one to be behind the other one and position, so I'm going to say behind. I can play with all this stuff later. Okay, so a book blurb, so I will insert a text box to talk about the book. So up here you can either click insert text box, or there's this little T, it says text box. I can click there, and then I draw my text box however I want it, and then I can start typing. So I'm not going to type really what it's about because I don't want to take the time on that, but that is going to be my text box, and I'm going to put it there. Okay, and kind of cool, I made it look like it's on the lines of the paper. The picture of the author. So I Googled Ben Michelson's name, and I went to see some of the images of him. So I'm like, let's see, which one do I want? I really kind of like this one with the bear. So I think I'm going to grab that one. And I am going to actually, this time, I am going to save the image. And for me, it's going to be on my desktop because I have a regular computer. So I'm just going to call it Ben and put it there. Now I am going to go back to the directions because it says save a copy of the image, then go to this website and paste the image to remove the background. So I'm going to go to this website, which this is it, and I'm going to choose the photo. And here's Ben, and I'm going to open it and check this out. It's going to change the image to this. So you see how it doesn't have all this trees and stuff in here? So then I'm going to download that, and I'm going to, for me, it'll make me make a copy and put it back in my desktop. For you guys, you'll have to put it into your drive. And if you have trouble with this, let me know, because of course I'm doing this on a regular desktop. So then I'm going to go back to my my thing here, and I'm going to go insert image from my computer. Yours will be from your drive. So here's this guy here without the background. Isn't that cool? It's like he's sitting on the paper. So there we go. I might turn it, I'm going to turn it the other way because I already have one thing that way. So there he is. Then I need to have an author blurb. So again, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to choose a text box, and I'm going to draw a text box in here. And then I'm going to go to Ben Mickelson. I've already Google searched him for the image. Now I'm just going to go over here, and here's his website. So I'm going to go and I'm going to read about Ben Mickelson, find out about him. Here's a little button that says About Ben. So then I can read a little bit about what he does, and then I will put that in there. Okay? So I will type that in there. Then I can start playing around with things. I can add a shadow. Let me show you how to do that. So if I click on this image right here, click on this image, and I format options, and I go over here and I want to add a drop shadow to the picture, and I want it to be a little bit darker, and there's just things that you can do to play with it to make it look kind of cool. All right, so you can do that. You can change like your font so it looks cool, all that stuff. All right, so that's the basics of this. You can add more pictures, you can do things, but you know, these things are must-haves. This is play around with it, is optional. Okay, so it's hopefully going to be something that you find to be fun. When you go to, I will show you one I did for a book by my favorite, Jason Reynolds. So see how I put the shadow behind it, and I changed the font a little bit, and I gave it a reflection, even though I don't want a reflection on that. So I'm going to fix that because I don't want a reflection on that book because it looks weird. And this one has an elevator, and it's a key part to the story, and then this is about him, and then I took out the background around Jason Reynolds. So this is one that you can look at as well. Okay, so I hope you have fun with this. I think it's going to be fun. All together, when it's done, what we're going to do is we're going to put this into a Padlet, which is not going to happen until everybody's finished with it, and then you can look around and see everybody else's book covers, which will be cool. Okay, holler at me if you have questions.